Welcome to episode 2 of the Filmmaker's Journal. Today I'm going to talk about filming on location and give you a bit of a rundown on the sorts of things you have to think about when you're out there filming. Let's do it. When you're filming out on location, it's a really good idea to be there either super early in the morning or late in the afternoon. That way you can get that golden light and get those really cinematic shots. It's really important to pack the right clothes when you're filming. So you're gonna make sure you got jumpers and rain jackets and good shoes if it gets cold or if it's windy like it is today. You've got something to put on. It's also really important to look at the weather forecast. That way you kind of know what you're in for. When you've got the right clothes and right gear to wear, you can spend more time on filming rather than having to worry about keeping warm. It's really important to keep your gear to an absolute minimum. That way you can be nimble and move around quickly and you'll be able to get those money shots. Sound is such an important part of filmmaking, and when you're out on location it can be a bit of a nightmare because of all the wind noises. But a good way to stop that or prevent it, it doesn't completely stop it, but it reduces it significantly, is to have a windsock. So I'll give you an example now with what it sounds like without a windsock. As you can hear, it doesn't sound very good. So whenever you're on location, try and use a windsock and it will save you a lot of headaches when you're in post-production. Make sure you bring lots of water and food, especially if you've got a crew. You've got to make sure that they're well fed, as that will keep morale up and everyone will be much happier. You want to try and get different and unique perspectives. So climb up on a tree, climb up on a mountain or a rock. Get those angles that no one else is willing to get and your work will really stand out. It can get very sandy, dusty and dirty on set, so it's really important to give everything a good clean down after you've finished a day's filming. That way the gear will last a lot longer. Rather than taking all the gear and equipment up and just coming to the location and hoping it works out, check it out, see what it's like, make sure you've got everything you need. But then also, as well as planning, if things don't go to plan and suddenly there's like rain or something that you didn't want to happen happens, be willing to adapt to that and make it work. Also, that can sometimes be a really good thing because there could be like mist and you can include that into the story and it looks awesome. I hope you guys found that helpful. If you'd like a more in-depth look into the kind of gear I use when I'm out there filming, I've done a blog post on it, which I've linked below. Now onto the weekly questions. The first question is from Julian Waltz, who asks, who is your favourite director? I've got so many favourite directors, so I can't just say one of them, but I'll name a couple of them or a few of them. So the first would be Steven Spielberg, another is Peter Jackson. I really love the New Zealand director Taika Waititi, and another amazing New Zealand director called Andrew Niccol. There's so many more, but we'll be here all day. But I'll link those ones that I mentioned in the description below. The second question is from Andrew Longford, who asks, how do you go about choosing your music and backing tracks? This is a really tricky one, and it's probably what I spend the most time on. I either use a site called Audio Network or MusicBed, which basically sell music that's royalty free, and if you pay a small fee you can use it in your videos. I'll link them in the description below so you can check them out. That's it for now, guys. If you've got any other questions for the future episodes, you know where to put them. Other than that, I'll see you next week.
We watch the sunrise through the windows of our car, passing giants on the road, standing guard in the dark. And I saw you, so then in secret